Yeah, yeah. Ay, coming in, yeah. Flex, I just wanna win, yeah. LABB, who we running with, yeah. 2233, I'm on 10 again, yeah. State your name.
I just shot for Adidas. I had Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Rishabh Pant in front of my camera. What is happening? So I've only been an independent DP for about 7 months now. And when I got the call for the shoot, I didn't know how to react but to say yes, I am available. Thanks to Ritika for having faith and trusting me on this one. This was also massive because it was under Ransom Films. It's a huge production house. Go check them out. All right, so let's break down this shoot. There was a main high budget commercial that was being shot simultaneously in the middle of the field. We shot this at the Andheri Sports Complex, and I was responsible for the 20 seconders. The main commercial was shot by Karthik Vijay. If you don't know Karthik Vijay, shame on you. So the entire campaign was for the Champions Trophy. So here's where it gets really wild, right? The timings. The cricketers came in at different timings based on their schedule for the shoot, and we had to hustle through the tight schedule and make it seem like, everything's very cool and chill. And I'll put up a sheet of the schedule just to give you an idea of how things were on the day of shoot. Alright, so let's roll the first ad, then I'll walk you through the lighting with the help of a few diagrams that I've done, and I'll see you on the other side.
Rishabh? Yeah! Gaizo! So whose jersey are you getting?
Alright, let's talk about this frame first. So the key light here is, of course, the natural sunlight that's coming from an angle. This was about 2 p.m. I'm using a 20 by 20 skimmer with a full GC. That's what's giving me the soft light on his face. I have a 6 by 4 poly right in front next to me, which is bouncing off onto the jersey and onto his face. Also another 6 by 4 poly right behind here, which is giving me a very subtle kicker, and a large negative right here. This was a 12 by 12 negative. That's about it. Alright, let's jump to the opposite axis. This one was a little tricky to pull off. As you can see the shadow here, the sun is right behind us in this direction. But I had to make sure the faces were diffused, so I had to push the stand behind, make sure I'm getting enough space here, and to push in some more light, I had about 2 6 by 4 polys right here, which is giving me this again, and the negative was moved right about here. This was a 12 by 12. This was 6 by 4, and that's about it. Alright, let's roll the next ad.
ले कल सुबह पनवेल निकलना है.
You know, you want to. He got his jersey. What about yours?
So this is the first shot that we took on the day of shoot. We had two dinos coming through a full GC on the left of frame. And a 20 by 20 GC cloth right in the front of the subject. We had two 4x4 negatives on the right of frame. The color temperature for the lights were 5600 Kelvin. And yeah, that's about it. Let's move on to the other shot. This was the last shot that we took. Rohit Sharma came in much later. So I had to recreate the entire setup that we'd done in the morning. Again, with the 1200 Cs here, going through a GC and hitting this guy. By this time, the sun was somewhere around here. Luckily, there was no pop of light coming through that would have really hampered the continuity of what we had done earlier in the day. The negative somewhere around here. That's about it. So before the first shot and the last shot, we had Rishabh Pant and Hardik Pandya on our set, and this was the bang opposite axis where the field was exposed. It was burnt out. So what you see right now is actually a CG replacement of Wankhede Stadium. This is not what Andheri Sports Complex looks like. They've done a great job. So at this time, the sun was somewhere around here, which was really blowing up the background, and I had very little light onto the subject. So what I had to do here was add an M40, which is giving me this fall off that's coming through again. I think full GC. And right next to the M40 was a naked Nanlux 1200C to give a slightly punchier feel, make it balance out to the background. And lastly, I had a 12 by 12 checkered silver and gold bounce, which is giving me this beautiful kicker. And how can we forget the negative? Large negative right here. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, so that was the breakdown, guys. Thank you so much for liking the previous video. I hope you liked this one as well. If you have any suggestions, recommendations, anything that you guys want me to add or not add, please do let me know in the comments. I'm going to be uploading a lot more stuff on my channel, so stay tuned, subscribe to it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
अच्छा क्या प्लान है मैं अभी इनका ये 10 मिनट में हमारे पास हार्दिक और पंत आएंगे। स्काई नहीं है, स्काई का जाने प्लान नहीं है। पंत और हार्दिक आएंगे, ठीक है। स्काई की जगह पे हार्दिक एंड उसके बाद 10 मिनट होंगे हमारे पास इंडोर टीम है फॉर
Your phone was in correct hand, no? Yes, sir. Continuity है ना? ठीक.
इधर भी पैड है मेरे, सुबह से पैड चल रहे हैं भाई।
Hi. Yeah, yeah.
Rishabh,
Yes.
so whose jersey are you getting?